Hello, friends. Come, let us get to know each other better. Now, let's all just sit back and think a spell. No need to get all riled up. Hello, this is Dolphin here for another installment of Dolphins Dive, the strategically minded weekly Sentinels of the Multiverse stream. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal is not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and Handelabra Games right here on Twitch. You can follow me personally on Twitter at LewDolphin21, on Twitch just LewDolphin, on YouTube also just LewDolphin. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, and PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and always via good old analog, cardboard, and ink. You can get the game and more info at sentinelsdigital.com. Hello. Alright, good. My mic is working. Just double checking. I almost forgot to unmute right before I transitioned to this screen. I do need to point out one important thing with regards to Handelabra Games. A reminder that the One Deck Dungeon Kickstarter for the digital tabletop game is ending 17 hours from now. If you're watching this on YouTube, that it's probably too late. 17 hours from now, let's see, that's going to be noon tomorrow. Yeah, it's usually posted afternoon. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm so sorry, it's too late. If you're watching this live, you still have a chance. If you've not backed it yet, there's 17 hours to go. They have reached their $20,000 goal, but they are sitting at $27,500. And the reason that this is important is because if 30,000 is reached, Fanatic will be added to the treasure chest. The treasure chest being a special add-on. If you pledge high enough, $15 or more, you get the treasure chest goodies. Currently, the treasure chest only has, actually, what is that? It has, let's see, the treasure chest starts with the official soundtrack for the One Deck Dungeon Digital, so it has the soundtrack. It also has a new dungeon, Phoenix's Den. And if we fund enough, we will get Fanatic from Sentinels of the Multiverse added to the treasure chest. And if we reach 35, 40, or 45,000, we'll get more added to the treasure chest. And then 60,000 will fund the next expansion, or at least guarantee its arrival. Sonver says well, I guess you can see Sonver right there down below, says they'll just have to buy it after it's released if they see this after it's posted. Yeah, it's not too late, but I mean, if you want to make sure the add-ons are reached, you will have to fund, I believe. I'm not sure if actually add-ons are retroactive, so if you like use Backer Kit or something to pre-order after the Kickstarter, will they retroactively add the add-ons? I'm not knowledgeable enough about these things. I don't work for Handelabra, I just stream on their channel. But try to take part in this as fast as you can. 17 hours, 16 hours, 59 minutes, 16 hours, 58 minutes. Okay, maybe not that much, but still, it's winding down. All right, so I believe that's everything that I am slated to state. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to the game. Also, a little bit of a, what's the word? Stream note, I guess? I don't know. Let me know, especially today, if the stream is choppy or terrible quality or whatnot, because I'm actually streaming at 920 by 1080. I'm experimenting with this. If it turns out to be terrible, I will reduce it back to 1280 by 720. But I'm hoping that by doing this, the game will be more legible to be seen as I play it, especially the cards. I usually feel like when I read the cards out loud, after the fact when I watch the video, it's like, oh my god, I could read that? That's like so small text. So hopefully by making it bigger, we can read things better. But here we have Spite. In fact, it is Ultimate Spite, the one who can regain HP past his maximum and has automatic HP recovery as well. Facing against the Scholar, Darkwatch Setback, and Extreme Prime Wardens Haka in Dok'Thorath capital. Scholar is starting with 2 Get Out of the Ways, a Grace Under Fire, and a Proverbs and Axioms. Darkwatch Setback has a Friendly Fire, Fumbling Fool, Surprising Fortune, and Turn of Events. And Extreme Prime Wardens Haka has a Dominion, an Elbow Smash, an Enduring Intercession, and a Tayaha. So, Spite. Villain, transhuman serial killer. He's a serial killer? He looks so nice and friendly! Looks like my ice cream delivery man! Setup. At the start of the game, Spite enters play transhuman serial killer side up. The Safe House card is put into play, the villain deck is shuffled. Gameplay. When Spite deals damage, he regains that much HP. At the end of the villain turn, the top card of the villain deck is played, then Spite deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 energy damage. At the start of the villain turn, if there are 5 drug cards in play, Spite flips. Advanced. At the start of the villain turn, Spite regains 5 HP. Oh, that's not too bad. You know, you don't usually want to deal damage to the side anyway, and he has a maximum HP of 80, so how bad could that be? Challenge! Strung out Maniac. Spite can regain HP past his maximum HP. Okay. When Spite flips, in order to win, you have to, well, no, never mind. You could beat him without flipping him, but nonetheless, when Spite flips, he becomes villain, drug-racked monstrosity. Gameplay. When Spite flips to the side, all villain cards in play other than drugs and this card are destroyed. Whenever a villain card would be played, instead, Spite deals each hero target other than the hero target with the lowest HP 1 projectile damage. Advanced. When Spite flips to the side, he regains 15 HP beyond his maximum. Reduce damage dealt to Spite by 1. And then he can still regain HP past his maximum. Say it with me. Taiha. I'm calling it whatever I want. To me, the card here is going to be Mare. Not Mere. It's like the Titus thing. Everyone wants to call that character from Final Fantasy X Titus, even though the official name is Titus, but Titus sounds better. Well, Mare sounds better. Sorry, Christopher. I'm kidding. I will not slight Christopher like that. All right, so what terrible things are gonna happen? We have the safe house. When this card enters play, reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until a victim card is revealed. Put it into play, shuffle the rest of the revealed cards back into the villain deck. When Spite flips to his drug-racked monstrosity side, he deals himself X toxic damage, where X equals the number of cards under this card times 5. This card and cards under this card are indestructible. Cards under this card have no text. And a starting victim, Innocent Bystander. Victim. At the start of each hero turn, that player may discard 1 cards. Discard 1 cards, please. If they do, put this card under the safe house card. When this card is destroyed, Spite regains 3 HP. He's Shuyin, right? On the Prowl. 1 shot. Destroy a victim card. Reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until a victim card is revealed. Put it into play. Shuffle the rest of the revealed cards into the villain deck. So we're swapping out the Innocent Bystander, regaining HP past the maximum, and we have another Innocent Bystander. Followed by a Good Samaritan. Victim. At the start of the environment turn, the players may choose to play the top card of the villain deck. If they do, put this card under the safe house card. When this card is destroyed, Spite regains 3 HP. And that's his first turn. We have no drugs, we have 2 victims. You could put victims under the safe house, but I mean, I'm not sure how many of you have heard my rants against Spite, but I do not like forced entry because it basically defeats the purpose of putting victims under the safe house until right before he flips, which I feel is not really a good mechanic, but anyway. We don't really necessarily want to discard to put the Innocent Bystander away. Thematically, we should save the Innocent Bystander, but realistically, no. Sorry. Spite is just terrible. I have definitely made sure the stream had started, so yeah, so Cult of Gloom. Just to say that. But also the Cult of Gloom is here. Oh no! I sort of want to write a letter to the letters page addressed as Dude Dolphin. But I don't think, I'm not sure if Christopher and Adam actually know who Dude Dolphin is, because I don't actually do much with Greater Than games. So like that would be sort of a joke that goes over their heads. And most listeners' heads for that matter. Even if I say Dude Dolphin, who is totally Dude Dolphin, yeah, anyway. Unrelated to everything except for possibly Cult of Gloom, who is not actually at all related with the Biomancer things. Speaking of which, I've not actually listened to this week's letters page. Alright, anyway, here we are, Scholar. We do not have an elemental card, we do not have a means of getting an elemental card. He is at max HP. And there's not too many targets. And there's not really much of a need to play Proverbs and Axioms. I guess I could play it just for everyone to draw a card. I sort of want to keep this because free power uses later. Especially because the power uses like setbacks, damage reduction. Deal himself 3 damage to reduce Haka's damage by 2, who then selects setback or someone else, I don't know. But I think this is a fine opportunity to double skip because my power is currently useless. We get a Bring What You Need and a Transmuted Recovery. Still no elements. Interesting. Alright, well, Setback definitely wants that friendly fire because this version of Setback finds it very difficult to get tokens. I could use Fumbling Fool, but if I discard a drug, it goes into play anyway. Now, some people might think that the best strategy against Spite is to get all of the drugs into play as fast as you can, to which I say that is probably a good strategy. But I like there not being drugs right now. I mean, he is going to regain HP past his maximum, but we don't really have good setup just yet, so I don't really feel inclined to rush through it. Now, if I want Friendly Fire to actually work, I cannot use Mitigate, because Mitigate is going to reduce the next damage dealt to a hero target by 2. If, say, Haka deals damage to Spite, and then chooses to deal damage to Setback, that uses up Mitigate, reduces the damage to 0, and Setback is not dealt damage this way, and cannot add 2 tokens to his unlucky pool. So I'm not going to do that. Do I want to? No! Why about I discard cards? Alright, so one strategy that I am sort of inclined to believe in against Spite is to play as many ongoing and equipment cards as possible so that you have fodder to return to hand when that drug comes out. And Taiaha is not necessarily fodder per se, but I can go ahead and utilize it. I've done 3 points of damage to him and I can give Setback some tokens. There you go, buddy. And I don't need to hit anyone else. I could hit Scholar, I suppose. But we don't really have his HP recovery things yet, so I'm just going to hold on to that. Dok'Thorath. I want to play the top card of the villain deck. I don't want cards. I guess I could gamble on there being a potential sidekick, or I could really just rush all of the drugs, but no, I don't want to do that. No. Just... Authority Ziggurat. Villain targets are immune to damage dealt by Thorathian cards. At the end of the environment turn, if there are fewer Thorathian targets than non-Thorathian environment targets, play the top card of the environment deck. Okay. Collateral damage. Ongoing. When this card enters play, destroy a victim card. Whenever Spite deals a target 4 or more damage at once, destroy a victim card. I don't like the Good Samaritan because I don't really feel inclined to rush Spite. I just want to take my time, you know, guys, relax. We don't need to rush Spite here, and it didn't matter anyway because On the Prowl destroyed the other victim. And we're getting another another victim. We have another Good Samaritan. No potential sidekick. No drugs either. 2 Spite turns, no drugs. That is fine. I am okay with this. Well... Just typing that out into chat just so that it's aware. They're made aware. So if you do face stream issues, please let me know sooner rather than later. Okay. It's apparently just time is money, apparently. Alright, so we still don't have any elements. I don't really feel like it's Proverbs and Axioms just yet. I would at least like for Setback to have his Looking Up card. Scholar's still at max HP, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring what I need, because then you have it. We have a solid to liquid, keep moving, and no wind to turn loose. Solid to liquid is my least favorite elemental. Regardless, elementals should probably stay in the deck because you would rather bring them out by keep moving, because then you could do something immediately with them. So keep moving in hand. I'm gonna hold on to no one to turn loose. Then I have my first element. And I drew Know and Hold Fast. Scholar's gonna get a lot of cards before he starts using elements. Alright, so as I said, Setback would really like to have his Looking Up card. Surprising Fortune would enable him to do that. It would cost 2 tokens, but he'll regain 2 HP, which is equal to the damage he got dealt by Haka. And he could draw 2 cards with that, so at least that sort of combos well. High Risk Behavior is going to be very excellent. There's a reason I picked this match for this week, if you're wondering. I didn't just randomly decide I wanted to screw myself. I wanted to have some fun, and this is going to be a fun match. So Setback gets another High Risk Behavior and a Plucky Break and a Looking Up. There we go. 2 High Risk Behaviors and a Looking Up is excellent. And so Dominion will be really great with Haka. And I'm going to do the same thing as last time. He's already at 100. Okay. But keep damaging Setback so that Setback can give people cards. Punish the Weak is really good, especially once that combos with Looking Up. That's not play the top card of the villain deck. Freedom Fighters, Civilian. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals each non-civilian target 2 lightning damage, which is going to also trigger Authority Ziggurat, who produces a Thorathian military. Thorathian, reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals each non-Thorathian target 2 energy damage. Oh my gosh, it's like there's a civil war going on here. Can we overflow Spite's HP? I guess it would come down to the numerical limit in the whatever the I don't know how to phrase it. I used to program. I sort of know these words. The object that they allocate for. Okay, no, I'm just saying programming words. If they make it an int, I know the word int. If they said int HP. And like spiked HP is an int, then it comes down to what the max int is in Unity or whatever the format is. And usually those are really high. Like games released in the 80s and 90s used to have like a cap at like 255, which is 2 to the 8th minus 1, because that was how many bits they could allocate for that little bit of memory. But now that we're like in 2017, you can use a lot of bits and not use too many resources. Alright, here we go. Lab Raid. One shot. Destroy all environment cards. Reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until X drug cards are revealed, where X equals the number of environment cards destroyed by this card plus 1. Put the revealed drug cards into play and shuffle the rest of the revealed cards into the villain deck. Well then, this just got super fast, but at least Haka will be drawing 3 cards because of Dominion. Isn't that a good play I made? And we have Mindfire, Drug. At the end of the villain turn, destroy all environment cards. Spite deals each hero target X psychic damage, where X equals the number of environment cards destroyed this way. This card is indestructible. This card will be put into the trash bin to play instead. We have PL602 Compound Omicron, Drug. The first time Spite will be dealt damage each turn, reduce that damage by 1. This card is indestructible. This card will be put into the trash bin and play instead. PL626 Compound XI, Drug. Whenever a hero uses a power, Spite deals them 2 toxic damage, and that hero's player discards the top 5 cards of their deck. This card is indestructible. This card will be put into the trash bin and play instead. And PL531 Compound Upsilon, Drug. Increased damage dealt by Spite by 1. At the start of the villain turn, put 1 hero ongoing and recruitment cards back into their player's hand. This card is indestructible. This card will be put in the trash bin to play instead. And on the prowl is destroying the Good Samaritan again. Although I guess if we put them under the safe house, they wouldn't have been destroyed in the first place. But still no potential sidekick. He's going to regain a lot of HP, so we don't have any of the damage mitigators out yet. He's at 109. So Why some people might say you want to flip that. That's why some people say you might want to flip Spite as fast as you can on Ultimate is because he regains HP past his maximum, but the clause when Spite deals damage regains that much HP is only on this side, not on the flip side, and so you can sort of stop Spite from regaining too many HPs. But that's okay. He's only at 109. Nakashbuta has almost twice as many. No. Haka does not have Mare yet. Or not Mare, Talmoko. He does not have Talmoko yet. That's a little sad. I guess if I play Proverbs and Axioms, we could hope that he gets it. At the very least, you could use this for HP recovery. I could also keep moving. At this point in the game, I always want to sort of default to Flesh to Iron. Yeah, I'm going to default to Flesh to Iron. Because reduced damage dealt to the Scholar by 2 is pretty good. It will also lower Spite's HP recovery. Haha, see, there's strategy. Plus Proverbs and Axioms. Defensive Transmutation is nice. Reckless Rush is nice. Mare is not Talmoko. Right, so then what do we want to do? Setback could deal himself 3. Remember, though, that if he deals himself 3 and uses a power, Spite will deal them 2. But I could utilize Surprising Fortune to get Haka to draw 2 cards. I would like to get Talmoko before it gets, like, discarded. So yeah, Setback's just going to unluckily be dealt damage. Give that to Haka. Haka of Battle. Haka of Shielding. Those are still not cards. Was that worth the 6 damage? I don't know. Alright, but we could use Surprising Fortune again. You would have to have tokens, though, but I guess we could, like, Reckless Rush or something to do that. Or I could use Haka's, but... The worst thing that could possibly happen is for Talmoko to get discarded. I think we'll just go ahead and have these people regain the HP. Now, do I want more cards? I want to skip my power because Spite's gonna... Oh, actually, no. Flesh to Iron will save me a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring what I need because this will give me 2 more cards. Don't dismiss anything. Bring what you need. Mortal Form to Energy. Okay, so don't dismiss anything can go in hand. I already have Bring What You Need in play and it's limited, but if I put Mortal Form in hand, I can't keep moving into it, but I also don't have Keep Moving, so I'll just take the Mortal Form. He's at 113, that's not a big deal. No? Alright. So yeah, if I want to get the tokens immediately, I'm going to want to use Reckless Rush. And I could do this, but no, I won't. So I'm going to get the 2 tokens anyway. We'll remove 2, gain 2 HP. Haka draws 2, Savage Mana. Enduring Intercession? No! Those are not them. Alright. No. And the best means of drawing cards presently is by playing a Haka card. Let's go ahead and put Haka of Shielding out. That will lower the next damage. Punish the Weak. Savage Mana. Well, Punish the Weak is limited. And Savage Mana is limited. We'll stop that. We'll reduce the next damage dealt to Haka by 4, so I could use Taiaha to freely give Setback tokens. But then I'd have to discard 5 cards. How many Talmokos are there? There's 3. If I discard 3 Talmokos, I'll be pretty upset. And I would deal Spite 3 damage, and then he'll deal me 3 damage. Or no, I guess that would be reduced, so never mind. Nah, because Setback's gonna be dealt damage by Spite. So, oh good, Talmoko, perfect. That was the plan, was to draw the Talmoko there. Gene-bound Ravagers, minion. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals each non-minion target 2 melee damage. Includes Spite. Includes Setback, includes Haka. Well, there goes the -4. Alright. I believe that Surprising Fortune has served its purpose. Forced Entry. One shot. Put all cards under the Safe House card into play. Destroy a victim card. Well, it's good that I didn't put any under the Safe House, because they'd all be destroyed by now. Collateral damage. There are no more victims. Joke's on you. Ground Pound. That is good. Ground Pound is excellent when Spite is in damage dealy mode. Alright, he's at 129. We should probably deal with that somehow. Alright, Grace Under Fire is no longer useful. That can get discarded. And let's go ahead and not dismiss anything. I kind of played that without really looking at what else I had, but... no, I think this is fine. Put the top card of my deck into play. My turn's over. Proverbs and Axioms, Truth Seeker, Expect the Worst, Transmutive Recovery, Solid to Liquid. Alright, we have a lot of cards in his hand. Setback. Ha! Surprising Fortune surprisingly returned. That is pretty Setback. And Taiha is already in play. Okay. We're gonna start transitioning into what is probably going to be the, I don't know what the right word is. This is going to be pretty good. Setback's gonna play Looking Up. There's no purpose in playing Looking Up right now, but he's gonna play Looking Up. And we're not gonna use a power because there's no point. But trust me, things are looking up. Hello, Bullnrap, how are you doing? Alright, I need to get Talmoko. And I now need to start preventing damage to Setback. For reasons that will become pretty clear pretty soon. Yes, that did require Spite to regain 2 HP, but the reasons will be pretty clear pretty soon. Freedom Fighters, Civilian, at the end of the... I already read this. Good news is... Spite's dealt 1 damage, and Haka will be dealt 1 damage. Yeah, that is some HP. He's at 130. No, he's at 135. Just kidding. We don't need Surprising Fortune. We're past the point where Surprising Fortune is useful. Good Samaritan. Demon's Kiss. Oh boy, here we go. Drug. At the end of the villain turn, Spite deals each non-villain target 1 infernal damage. This card is indestructible. If this card we put into the trash, put it into play instead. Cool. This game is afoot. But that's okay. No damage there. Redirect to Haka, who regains it back. And then Haka is dealt 1. This is what's pretty nice, is that Scholar has a lot of damage reduction, and with Talmoko, we can basically negate Setback's damage. So the only damage that's really happening is to Haka right now, so we have to keep an eye on Haka's HP. Alright, lots of cards here. But I feel like Get Out of the Way is also pretty useless now. Just like the other one I discarded, Grace Under Fire. The issue with Get Out of the Way is that it's only 1 damage. There's only 1 non-hero target. Spite reduces the first damage dealt to him by 1. He has the damage reduction on his other side also. And then he'll regain 0 HP. Which, if we had like Solid to Liquid, that would actually have a purpose. But we're gonna ditch that one. We don't need that one. We do not have another Keep Moving, so if I want to get more set up with Mortal Forms, I probably want to get them out myself. Oh man, yeah, Unhallowed Halls kind of kills Challenge Mode Spite, indeed. It also kills Progeny A lot. Actually, it kills Progeny a lot because he can't deal radiant damage, which is on his flip side, and he can't regain HP, which kills his Scions of Frost, which is pretty awesome. Unhallowed Halls is pretty good. I could stop, well, I could stop Spite from dealing damage, but if we want the Good Samaritan to be put under the safe house so that Spite will like flip and then deal himself a lot of damage, we won't want to do that. But there's only one victim. There's only one victim. Oh man. I would really love for him to do himself a lot of damage, but I can't really. I can have him deal himself 4 damage. That doesn't really seem worth it. I could Proverbs and Axioms again, I guess. I think I'm just gonna offensive transmute and stop Spite's damage for a bit. I cannot actually use Friendly Fire anymore because all this damage will redirect to Haka. But that's okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna reveal more. My HP is safe for the time being. Don't dismiss anything is excellent. Know when to turn loose. I might just have the Scholar play a know when to turn loose after getting 38 cards in his hand. At this rate, that's what's gonna happen. All right, high risk behavior. Why would I want to play high risk behavior? Oh, actually, Setback doesn't have all the cards he wants. The other card he's looking for that I totally forgot about is still in his deck, which is nice. I do have plans. I have plans. There's strategery at hand. Cannot do that. Uncharmed Life. Alright. Remember, I have to keep in mind the fact that I have to return 1 card to hand. Taiaha is currently not going to be used. I know you're thinking, why is that a thing? Why am I not going to be using Taiaha? Reasons. Punish the weak, and then redirect from Setback. Just wait until... Wait. Just wait. This is gonna work out. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Extreme Haka and Hunter and Hunted. Oh yeah, you know what's happening. You know what's happening. Okay, no, this doesn't matter. Actually, no, it does sort of matter because if he gets destroyed... Okay, no, it does matter. Let's go ahead and play the top card of the villain deck because even if this Good Samaritan gets destroyed, it's okay, but if Spite flips, he'll still destroy the Good Samaritan and he'll regain the HP anyway. And we get Forced Entry, which destroys the Good Samaritan. Okay! Rebel Headquarters. Hero targets are immune to damage dealt by civilian cards. At the end of the environment turn, if there are fewer civilian targets than non-civilian environment targets, play the top card of the environment deck. There's probably no reason for me to read these cards anymore because Spite's just gonna keep destroying them before they do anything, which is okay. Yes, there is only 1 copy of Wrong Time and Place. So I do have to be careful. Here's damage, can't deal damage. Here's damage. Here's the minion. And then damage, he can't deal damage. And then here's some damage, he can't deal damage. Alright, we're done. Alright, there is only 1 copy of Wrong Time and Place in Setbacks. Oh, I can't actually look at this because Flesh to Iron is in the way. I can't look at the trash. Oh. Well, having 2 copies of Know When to Turn Loose is really redundant. Alright, what is in Setback's trash? Wrong Time and Place was discarded. Oh no! Whatever shall I do? Don't dismiss anything. Setback, move 1 card from your trash to the top of your deck. Like Wrong Time and Place. Alright, done. And you thought I didn't have a plan. Alright, Haka, put the top card of your deck into play. Tamoku's already in play. Excellent. Scholar, put the top card of your deck into play. Grace Under Fire for 0 damage. Excellent. That was a very productive turn. Nothing happened. We know... Ooh, 2 keep movings. And we are going to shuffle the trash into the deck. Unfortunately, I already have 2 mortal forms. I guess I could have discarded a mortal form just for it to get shuffled into my trash, but I'll take the keep movings. I have a plan. Alright, add a token, and let's get the other high-risk behavior out. This is really risky. I'm playing against Spite. Spite deals a lot of damage. I have 4 tokens. Damage dealt 2 setback by Spite is increased by 1. This is super risky. Wrong time and place. Oh my gosh. All right, I will be more transparent, all right? For those of you that are trying to keep up with what I'm doing, I usually try to communicate with what I'm doing. But I played this game, I believe, on Monday night, and I found this to be a really fun match at this point. Because Setback with high-risk behaviors, 2 high-risk behaviors, is really strong, but you know, the whole point of high-risk behavior is that damage dealt 2 setback by villain targets is also increased by 1, so it's really risky. Unless you have a hero named Extreme Prime Wardens Haka, who redirects damage from setback to himself. Especially with Talmoko providing damage reduction plus the HP recovery, you can keep setback safe without really sacrificing Haka too much. Now you might think that this makes Friendly Fire a pretty dumb card because now I can't really get setback tokens, but you'll see the power here. There's a lot of power. There's going to be a lot of power. Alright, so do we have something that we're willing to return to hand at the moment? Not really. I was sort of hoping for whatever Scholar played, which I don't even know what it is, to have actually provided an extra card, but we don't. So, I think I'm just gonna put out Taiaha and have that return to hand. And it's super important that we keep redirecting from setback. I do have to be mindful of Haka's HP. When Haka gets incapped, this becomes less powerful. Defiant Looters, Civilian. At the end of the environment turn, discard the top card of each deck. If an equipment card is discarded this way, move it to its owner's hand. The only hero with an equipment card is Haka, and Haka discarded Mare, which is now put in his hand. Sweet. Free card. And none of those are really that exciting. Let's move the Taiaha back. Damage. And then a card. And then damage. Every instance of 1 damage that is redirected to Haka is okay because Haka will regain it back. So now it's just a game of, you know, we now need Spite to lose 154 hit points, which might take a while, or maybe it'll go fast. Alright, we have a lot of cards here. And my deck has been shuffled, so a mortal form is in my hand. See, the little bit of an issue here is that with Flesh to Iron, Scholar doesn't really get dealt damage anymore. If he had Alchemical Redirection, that could possibly change, but we do not have that. So, do we have a limited card that's already in play? No, we don't. Well, Solid to Liquid I don't think is going to get utilized. Proverbs and Axioms would at least give HP to Haka, but I might want to hold on to this. Why is Punish the Weak important and I'm not returning it? It at least provides a +1 from Haka to Spite if he chooses to play Elbow Smash. Or if he uses Rampage, this will reduce damage dealt to himself which is really the only person. So like damage dealt to Setback would get redirected to Haka, who with Talmoko and Punish the Weak is then reduced to 0, and Scholar would not be dealt damage. So it's at least stopping Haka from hitting himself more, basically. But with Punish the Weak and no environment cards ever in play, this is a permanent +1 from Haka to Spite. So it at least does serve purpose. Yeah, so at this point, I'm not really 100% sure what's best for Scholar. Because the issue is Spite has an innate -1 in addition to the original -1 by the PL602 compound Omicron. So it's really hard for Scholar to be able to deal damage to Spite. So like, get out of the way is now not really going to do much for him. And I could use Transmutive Recovery and actually do like a couple points of damage if Scholar has 3 mortal forms in play. Or a Solid to Liquid would help with that, but it's also hard for Scholar to be dealt damage. Fun fact. I might actually just start using Truth Seeker, so that if I do damage in a turn, I can at least do an extra point of damage. But I don't know. I guess I could at least keep moving into maybe Solid to Liquid. Keep moving into a mortal form. And then something else. And then I could just keep moving elementals back into Scholar's hand for a bit. Yeah, and I could use Proverbs and Axioms and then just have Scholar do himself damage, and then we can every time Scholar, so he'll be dealt 1 damage by this, and then Spite will deal him 1 damage, so that will help with him being dealt damage. So we'll do that. So we get a mortal form, get a Solid to Liquid, and then Proverbs and Axioms. So Haka definitely wants the +2, I think. He would deal himself 2 damage, and then Spite would deal him 2 damage. No, we want the 2 HP. He doesn't even have any other powers out. Setback 3 would be redirected to Haka. It would become 2, and then reduced, or it would be reduced to 2. He'll regain 1 back, and then he could use Looking Up, which would do some nice damage. Yeah. HP is just a number. Look at this, 5 damage. We're starting this unlucky train. We do not have Wrong Time and Place in play yet, so this is not going to do anything. Okay, so I could actually regain 2. This would become 3 with Solid to Liquid. I would deal 3 -1 damage. No. Free powers. I dealt myself 3 damage instead of regaining 2 HP. So I could regain 1 HP. That seems like a great plan, right? No. Probably should have started with Bring What You Need, but whatever, it's fine. Doesn't really matter. I don't know what any of these cards were. Don't dismiss anything. And Expect the Worst could be nice, actually. Because the HP regain at the start with Mortal Form would be great. I'm gonna keep moving now, because whatever. Alright. Add. And now, Wrong Time and Place. Alright, Setback is perfectly set up now. He's gonna do 9 damage here. He's gonna choose to deal Setback 2 damage, which Haka redirects to himself. Why would I do that when I could have just used Wrong Time and Place first? Because this reduced the damage by 1, and now I only have to remove 1 token from my unlucky pool. And you might wonder why I'm doing this instead of redirecting the spite damage, but that's because the double high-risk behaviors make this even better. And now this does make Haka take more damage, but that's okay. We're gonna start doing lots of damage. All right. I want to get the other Dominion out. This might be a fine time for Haka Restoration. He is at 9. I guess with wrong time and place, though, it's not as bad. So now I'm gonna Dominion. Select Setback. And then, oh no, I'm being dealt damage. I'm gonna go ahead and redirect this. This isn't as exciting, but it is saving HP. Dorathian military. So this does nothing to spite. This does nothing to scholar. If I select Haka first, we can wrong time and place this to spite. And then Setback can redirect to Haka, who then takes 1 damage and regains an HP. So the only thing that happened was Spite took 1 damage. Alright, so here... I don't know that it's necessarily wise to hold on to all these Dominions, but getting Haka his full deck in hand is great. I was thinking of putting an Elemental back. Yeah, we'll put an Elemental back. I do not need Solid to Liquid repeatedly. So Setback here has a little bit of a dilemma. We always have to redirect to Haka, even with wrong time and place. This is, what, 1 damage? What is the total damage? What is this damage? It's, he would play a card, instead he's doing 1 damage, increased by 1 by the drug, and then increased by 2 twice, so that's going to be 6 damage. I have to remove 6 tokens. So instead I'll redirect it to Haka. And if I redirect it to Setback, Setback's then gonna have to use wrong time and place. So I have to remove the token here. Might as well use up the -1. Savage Mana. Rampage. So yeah, we're not really going to utilize wrong time and place to redirect from Setback, except for potentially redirecting Setback's damage if we're going to combo it with the redirect from Haka as well. Because that is possible. Alright, so I'm not going to use double Flesh to Iron. And I want to not dismiss anything again. That's always fun. I'm going to discard Immortal Forms that I could maybe keep moving into it later. Do I want to keep moving right now? No, I don't. Let's just... Alright, what is in my deck? Oh, there is a 20% chance of a no-win to turn loose. I don't really want to do that yet. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I think instead I'm going to do something else. Like, I want a Truth Seeker, but I guess I could play it just to return it to hand. Because Bring What You Need is better, because Truth Seeker is just going to do 0 damage. I guess actually no, because Setback's going to have to redirect the damage from Scholar at this point, so... I could just know when to hold fast. And then I'll draw these 5 cards. That would get me Expect the Worst, at least. Because with Expect the Worst, then I could actually use, like, Offensive Transmutation and get past the damage reduction with it. Add, no. So generally discarding cards... Well, discarding cards is fine. This is only going to add 3 tokens, though. Double friendly fire. Ooh. Reckless Rush. Hmm. Now let's add tokens. Add 3. Look up. Oh, hi. 11 damage. This isn't even my final form. Yes. Redirect to Haka. Remove 1. And then 9 damage. And then have to redirect to Haka. Haka is going to use his Haka of Restoration now. He's at 6 HP. You could also just ground pound, I guess. But no, let's Haka Restore. And let's go ahead and discard some cards. Mare is limited, I can never have more. Savage Mana is entirely useless. Taiaha is limited, Tamoko's already in play. During Intercession, I don't think I'm going to use. So now the question is, how many of these other ones do I want to get rid of? We've discarded 8. I'm going to regain 8. I want to regain 10. So I think... I mean, I'm going to end up drawing a lot of these cards back soon anyway. I'm going to ditch a Haka of Battle. Probably 2 of them. Yeah, I'll discard 2. It's unlikely I will play more than 1. So I'll stop that. I could actually just like play Haka of Battle several times and just keep building up the boost to Haka for a long time and then do a super damage hit to Spite, but I do want that HP for now. Yeah, I have to do this. Actually, I don't have to. I could have it redirect to Setback and Setback, or Haka redirects from Setback to himself, but it's fine. Thorathian Military. Actually, no, the order does matter there. I need to order this, because Haka needs to be dealt his damage first. It's going to look like the same, but now the Setback damage redirects to Haka, who regains 1. So order does matter there. Return to hand. All right. Is it time to ditch Bring What You Need? Or is it... I guess I could ditch Mortal Form to Energy, but... because I'm not really using it. Yeah, I'm just gonna ditch Mortal Form. Redirect to Setback, redirects to Haka. Yeah, this is... Because there's no point in redirecting it, I would just lose an unlucky token. Haka loves those extra cards. So I think it's clear, at this point at least, we are gonna win this. Some people say that they hate Spite so much that once they play through 2 rounds of Spite's flip side, and they see the pattern and they know what's going on, there's just no point in continuing. I'm gonna win. I should move on to bigger and better things like Viewer's Choice. But no, we're gonna keep moving. Alright. No. I'm gonna ditch mortal forms and hold on to the keep moving, and then I could build up mortal forms, I guess. I don't know. Don't dismiss anything. All right, what's gonna happen here? Solid to liquid, okay. Silver Lining. That's a card we haven't seen yet. Haka shielding. This will help Haka a bit. This will stop his next damage. Blue Dolphin will play out the game despite us. True story. Yes. I do not want Mortal Form to energy. Although I guess the other two aren't really that exciting, but oh well. I don't want Mortal Form in hand, I want to keep moving it. Okay. Oh, looking up is doing this damage. Redirect to Haka. That uses up the Haka of shielding. Add. No. Alright, now what? Remove 3 tokens. Each other player may use a power. Setback deals himself 2 damage. But can redirect that to Spite. But Haka doesn't have a power he wants. I might want to hold on to that for next turn, but if I want to do that, then I'm gonna want Haka to have Taiaha. Mojo Jamer VGB has subscribed for 6 months in a row. Yay! Thank you for the resub. I say thank you on behalf of Handelabra, because I will someday see some benefits from that. But you are supporting Handelabra, which is great. And we appreciate your patronage in any capacity. Deal 1 target 2, deal himself 2, add 2 tokens. Yeah, we'll do that one. I'm not gonna friendly fire this. Redirect to Haka. Remove 1. Redirect to Spite. Don't do this yet. Then looking up. And then do this one. And don't redirect to Haka. Wrong time and place it to Spite. I'm pretty happy with that. That was a chunk of damage. We've gotten him below his maximum HP. So we're making progress. Alright, so now let's go ahead and Taiaha. But still redirect from Setback. This is the most important part of this plan here. Dok'Thorath is just a nuisance right now. Oh good, a Gene-Bound Ravagers. First hit Haka, redirect to Spite, then the order doesn't matter. Alright, which one are we putting in hand? I don't know that Silver Lining's going to do anything, but neither would Solid to Liquid. Because we have 1 Mortal Form in deck. Yeah, I don't know that Silver Lining's actually going to do anything. Yeah, so redirect to Setback, who redirects it to Haka, and then that. Yeah, wrong time and place is interesting because it doesn't increase all damage to Setback. like Chrono Rangers would. It says increased damage dealt to and by Chrono Ranger by the number of bounties. This one only increases damage dealt to and by Setback, to and by villain targets. So it is kind of interesting. Okay. Grace Under Fire is still useless. Do I want to keep Solid to Liquid? Like, I'm sort of envisioning a turn where I use Proverbs and Axioms and have Scholar regain 5 HP and deal 4 damage to Spite 3 times. That's like the best that Scholar could do. But that requires a lot of setup, and he would lose too many cards to even be able to do that. I don't even know what what is Scholar's purpose right now? Scholar is just here to soak damage. Well, actually, this would be a fine time to use Proverbs and Axioms, especially if I'm going to also use Turn of Events on Setback's turn, so I do want to keep Solid to Liquid, I think. So I'm going to ditch a Know When to Turn Loose. I'm going to keep moving into Immortal form. And then Proverbs and Axioms. So let's do Scholar first. So that at least did something. No. Let's have Setback go next. Deal self-damage. Redirect to Haka. Remove the 2. Redirect to Spite. No. Looking up. Add 3. Deal damage to Spite. And then now I could use this. I've already used up Haka's, so I'll redirect the self-damage. And now Haka... Well, now Haka is a little bit of an issue. He would deal himself only 1 damage, though. Just to use Taiaha. He will survive. Yeah, we'll do that. No, I can't. I want to give Setback more tokens. Scholar's not going to be dealt damage this way, so that's not useful. Okay. Well, now I could actually regain a hit point and do a 1 point of damage to Spite. So I'm going to do that for the first time in this game. And then I will remove the 1 token to redirect it to Spite. Because as Sanvar says, Scholar is there to reduce tokens needed to redirect damage and play fodder for Epsilon. That is Scholar's purpose. Add, no. So I was going to Turn of Events, right? That was my plan. Each other player may use a power. No. Stop. Remove. And then Scholar, I guess, could regain the hit point again. Actually, this might not even be worth it. Because now I'm going to have to... Well, I guess I could just redirect to Setback, who redirects to Haka, who takes the brunt of it. But now I save that token, which is important because this will do extra damage with wrong time and place. Although I guess I ended up, whatever. I can't redirect to Haka though is the problem. So maybe that wasn't even the best I could do. Haka's at 5. He's okay. Alright. Can we win the game on Haka's turn? If only I could somehow increase Haka's damage. Oh look, Haka of Battle. Perfect. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I'm now going to use this power on Setback. No. Exactly the right number. So we beat Ultimate Spite, guys! Scholar's just sitting there at almost max HP. Setback has been at 12 HP for the past half hour. Haka is the only one who's actually been dealt damage for a long time. Whew. Well, I'm not sure how exciting that was to watch, but it was, as Bolnarap says, a good show for how fun Setback can be, and how nice the combination of Extreme Brab Warden's Haka is to heroes who have possibly great damage increase with some risk. We can negate a lot of that damage and make Setback into a better being. But it is 8:10 p.m. It is not 9 p.m., which means that we can move on to the Viewer's Choice segment of this stream. Viewer's Choice! So, it doesn't really feel like chat has been too active today, but the rules of Viewer's Choice, I ask a question in chat. The first answer that gets 2 votes is what we go with. Starting with whether we're playing solo or team. Classic or team, I guess, is the better phrase. Classic or team. Then we'll ask about the number of heroes, and then we'll choose the environment and stuff. Same sort of routine as usual. It's completely up to you what we do. If you want me to play an awful game, that's up to you. If you want me to play something more exciting than Ultimate Spite, that's up to you. If you want me to move on to game 3 as fast as you can, that's up to you. Alright, so first question is classic or solo, or not solo, team. Don't everyone jump at once. Team, just so we can avoid progeny. That is a good choice. Unfortunately, we also have 1 vote for classic, and we need a tiebreaker. This viewer's choice is, kind of interesting. Are there really only 2 people watching? I mean, I just pulled up the viewer list. We do have a number of people here. It just seems like, I guess, not too many people want to vote. Womp womp. Viewer's choice is canceled. There's no more viewer's choice. It's just we're gonna sit here at this team select screen and talk about these villains of the multiverse. Oh, there's a vote for team. Alright, well, we will play team, but I am gonna have to revamp how we're gonna do this. Since there have only been 3 people to vote, we have Bolnarap, we have Sanvar, we have Lord Sairu. Those 3 people are going to determine 1 villain and 1 hero each. Yes, I am revamping the rules, but because it seems like this is a rather dead chat today, I do have to sort of reinvent the wheel. And then Boogie just made a comment. So Boogie, you can join in the action too. You guys each pick one hero and one villain. If there is an overlap, well, I guess we'll just go in order. So whoever puts in a vote first locks in their votes. This kind of stuff is why I think Spite is actually an okay villain. He gives you the opportunity to do stuff like this, and it's fun. He's basically, hey, you want to realize your hero's maximum potential? Go ahead, I'll make it easy for you while still being hard enough to be fun. Even randomized teams often have fun things they can do with time. Yeah, that does sort of make sense, in a way. It is a little frustrating, though, if you're dealing with people who do not have damage reduction or HP recovery effects, because that means that all the damage Spite does is permanent, and it's an actual race to beat Spite before he beats you. But yeah, certainly against the team I was just playing with, we were definitely winning. There was no chance of us losing at that point. The environment was not going to screw with our setup at all, and Spite can only have us return one card to hand each turn, which we could easily circumvent, and he does a lot of damage, which we were redirecting by wrong time and place, and a lot of the damage dealt to Setback in the end was redirected to Haka, who regained back. So like, yeah, we were definitely beating Spite. There was no chance of loss there, but other hero teams would certainly be at that situation, and it would be an actual race to beat him before he beats us. Alright, so Boogie put in a vote for Naturalist, but no villain just yet. Sanvar says Guise and Citizens Hammer and Anvil, so that's his vote. Bonerap says Greazer and Rogue Agent K.N.Y.F.E. Lord Cyru says he hasn't played any team, so this should be fun. Sentinels and that train guy. Fright train. Boogie says Biomancer. Alright, we have our team. And I'm just gonna play standard, because whatever. We have 4 people. We could end up with 1 vote each across the board. And yeah, it's no longer viewer's choice. It's we all choose. I don't play in Temple of Shulong. I am choosing this, alright? It's my choice. Yes, I chose the difficulty. I also chose the environment, but I have not played in Temple of Shulong for a while, and I love the music there. So I want to just relax. I want to chill. It was a super stressful game that we just played. I want to play in a chill space now. Or something, I don't know. So we're going to play Citizens Hammer and Anvil, Greazer, Fright Train, and Biomancer versus the Naturalist, Guise, Rogue Agent K.N.Y.F.E, and the Sentinels in the Temple of Shulong. If you are opposed to what I just did, you could send a complaint letter to my mailbox, and we will receive it as fast as we can. No time for talk, just gonna burn them all! You oppose the true natural order. You must be stopped before it is too late. Alright, I have to take a drink. Naturalist is starting with Bestial Shift, Primal Charge, the Deadly Crocodile, and the Formidable Rhinoceros. When he has forms in hand, it sort of defeats his base power. But that's okay. Guise has Gritty Reboot, Let Me See That, Say Cheese, and yeah, I'm that guy. Rogue Agent K.N.Y.F.E has Focusing Conduit Blade, Infiltrated Obfuscate, Prototype Servo Gauntlet, and Wrecking Uppercut. The Sentinels have Dark Delusions, Fling into Darkness, Telekinetic Wallop, and Unique Capabilities. Here's the reading portion of the stream. Citizen Hammer, Villain, Arsonist of the Dawn. Setup. At the start of the game, Citizen Hammer enters play, Arsonist of the Dawn, side up. Cards are revealed from the top of Citizen's Hammer and Anvil's deck until one position card is revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are shuffled back into Citizen Hammer and Anvil's deck. Gameplay. Citizen Hammer is immune to damage dealt by Citizen Anvil. At the end of Citizen Hammer and Anvil's turn, Citizen Hammer deals the non-villain target with the second highest HP 2 fire damage. Citizen Anvil, Villain, Guardian of the Dawn. Setup. At the start of the game, Citizen Anvil enters play, Guardian of the Dawn, side up. Hammer and Shield is put into play, and Citizen Hammer and Anvil's deck is shuffled. Gameplay. Citizen Anvil is immune to damage dealt by Citizen Hammer. At the end of Citizen Hammer and Anvil's turn, if Citizen Hammer is incapacitated, Citizen Hammer's character card flips and is restored to 17 HP. So you don't really want to defeat Hammer before you defeat Anvil, unless you can defeat Anvil really fast after Hammer. There is also a card in their deck, which I can't pull up because Start Game is in the way, that actually has Anvil resurrected if Hammer is in play, although, yeah. Greazer. Villain, Hepcat Bounty Hunter. Set up. At the start of the game, Greazer enters play Hepcat Bounty Hunter side up. Living Paycheck is put into play area of the hero target with the highest HP, then Impeccable Pompadour is put into play and Greazer's deck is shuffled. Gameplay. Greazer's Nemesis is any hero character card in the same play area as the contract card. At the end of Greazer's turn, he deals each hero character card in the play area with the contract card 2 energy damage. Cool. We have Fright Train, Villain, One-Track Warrior. Setup. At the start of the game, Fright Train enters play One-Track Warrior side up. Engine of Destruction is put into play, the villain deck is shuffled. Gameplay. At the end of Fright Train's turn, Fright Train deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 melee damage. Lastly, Biomancer. Was Biomancer this week? I am getting a little more caught up with the letters page. I am currently on Apostate's episode, which was listed as early October. So, yeah, I am getting caught up. I'm like only 6 weeks behind as opposed to 3 months. Biomancer, Villain, Flesh Molder. Setup. At the start of the game, Biomancer enters play Flesh Molder side up. Cards are revealed from the top of Biomancer's deck until 2 targets are revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are shuffled back into Biomancer's deck. Gameplay. The first damage dealt to Biomancer each turn is reduced by 2. At the end of Biomancer's turn, Biomancer and each Flesh Child regain 2 HP. Alright! Let's have at it. Wildfire. Position. When this card enters play, destroy all other position cards. At the end of Citizen Hammer and Anvil's turn, Citizen Hammer deals each non-villain target 1 fire damage, and Citizen Hammer and Citizen Anvil regain 1 HP each. Hammer and Shield. Relic. Reduced damage dealt to Citizen Anvil by 1. At the end of Citizen's Hammer and Anvil's turn, Citizen Anvil deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 melee damage. Living Paycheck. Contract. This card is indestructible and cannot leave this play area until Greazer is incapacitated. If there are ever no active hero character cards in this play area, incapacitate Greazer. Who is the nemesis here? Naturalist or K.N.Y.F.E? Both of these are pretty good choices. I'm gonna go with Naturalist. Impeccable Pompadour. Perfect Hair. This card is indestructible. Whenever this card is dealt damage while at over 0 HP, Greazer deals the source of that damage 2 melee damage. At the start of Greazer's turn, if this card has 0 or fewer HP, Greazer deals himself 3 psychic damage. Then restore this card to 4 HP. Engine of Destruction. Ongoing. Increase damage dealt by Fright Train by 1. Increase the first damage dealt to Fright Train each turn by 1. Homunculus. Flesh Child. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. At the end of Biomancer's turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 melee damage. Tempersonation. Flesh Child. At the end of Biomancer's turn, this card deals each hero target 2 lightning damage. One of the worst Flesh Children. Scorching Snap. One shot. Citizen Hammer deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 fire damage. Prevent the next damage dealt by that target. Naturalist or K.N.Y.F.E? I was sort of hoping to Deadly Crocodile and do damage with Naturalist, but K.N.Y.F.E also I was sort of hoping to like focus in Conduit Blade or Prototype Servo Gauntlet. But I think K.N.Y.F.E is probably the best, because K.N.Y.F.E can do other things, like reveal the bottom card of a deck and either put it into play or discard it. You're working on making your own custom variant for Akash Buta, and in one of your tests, Chrono Ranger dealt 102 damage in 1 turn. What's your well, I would ask, but I don't know if you can actually, if you're willing to explain the variants of Akash Buta. Greazer causes fights. Half of us like to ignore him, the others want him dead first so everyone can stay alive. Yeah, I mean, like, everyone everyone recognizes that the fact that Greazer incapacitates himself... Where is it? Yeah, the fact that Greazer incapacitates himself when this character leaves play, or whatever, if there's no active hero character cards, makes you want to not focus on Greazer, but I do agree that Greazer does have some annoying shenanigans. I'm not yet sure who's considered to have the second highest. Let's go with Guise, because K.N.Y.F.E was dealt damage. And then here's damage from Wildfire. I don't know what my priority is right now. I mean, Tempersonation has to go. If Hammer and Anvil get their position card where there's a bunch of damage reduction, then we want to deal with them. Biomancer, if we can do multiple instances of damage in a turn, obviously we want to deal with. Fright Train, I know he has damage dealing potential, but with Engine of Destruction, it's really easy to be able to deal with him when we need to. But Tempersonation has to go, so Deadly Crocodile, Tempersonation. Alright. All the best toys. One shot. Reveal the top 5 cards of Greazer's deck. Put any Hunter tech revealed this way into play. Discard all other revealed cards. And we certainly have some. We have Electroshackles, Hunter tech. When this card enters play, put it in the play area of the player with the most cards in hand. Then this card deals each hero target in this play area 1 lightning damage. Reduce damage dealt to Greazer by targets in this play area by 1. So putting this next to the Sentinels is going to be annoying because that will do a lot. This will do more damage overall. And who is the most equipped to do things with that? I mean, there's not really like whoever is not going to deal damage to Greazer, basically. I'll say I'll say Guise. Oh, the only one. Okay, there's only one. Only one was revealed this way. Alright, can we deal with Tempersonation with Guise? Yeah, with Say Cheese. I could say Cheese. Cheese! And then I can use the base power. I could also play Gritty Reboot. And it is, yeah, with Wildfire, actually, Guise will be dealt damage. So this is a fine opportunity to play that. I do not want to copy Naturalist because that will destroy Deadly Crocodile, so instead I will draw a card and take out Tempersonation. Yay! Damage was saved. Now to focus on the main bad guys. Major Flay, Nemesis. At the end of Fright Train's turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 lightning damage. Oh, Guise wants damage. Blatant reference. Okay. Bearing in mind that the next damage dealt by K.N.Y.F.E is prevented, I think I'll play Infiltration Obfuscate. Because there will certainly always be a villain target with the second highest HP. Now let's go ahead and reveal someone's deck. Who wants it? Let's give it to Naturalist. Crafty Assault. Yeah, let's go ahead and play that. We can't get the ongoing destruction effect, but we don't need the ongoing destruction effect. Alright, so if I hit Biomancer or Homunculus, they will regain the HP back, so we don't want to do that, because their turn is next. Greazer is a Nemesis. Hammer and Anvil probably need to go at some point, maybe. What are their incaps? At the start of Citizen Hammer and Anvil's turn, the villain target with the lowest HP regains 2, and increase fire damage dealt to non-villain targets by 1. I know Greazer's involves a card play. Biomancer, I think, is increased damage. Yeah, dealt by heroes, 2 heroes. Fright trains is dealing damage to themselves. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and focus on Hammer and Anvil. They don't have that much HP. And then I guess I'll just throw this on not Biomancer, Greazer. Friend or foe? One shot. The hero target with the lowest HP deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 melee damage. Idealist! Okay, Biomancer's turn was pretty boring. That's okay. Alright, what do I want? I always want to just get Caligula's form right away. Is there a better option? Aura Vision is a bit boring. We don't really need a card draw. Durasteel Chains would be nice. But Mainstay doesn't have too much damage dealing just yet. Hippocratic Oath would provide HP recovery, but mainly if I choose for Medico to deal damage and that gets transmuted. But it is still early yet, so I think Caligula's form. I just like redirecting damage from Wraith. Deal each villain target to Infernal. There's a lot of villain targets. I could destroy something immediately, or do 3 damage to 3 targets. Dark Delusion seems best. I don't know that there's an order that mattered. I will be hitting the hair, but Caligula's form. And since I've hit Biomancer, I could use this on Biomancer, and then I could use Idealists on Biomancer. I will do that. Anytime I can do multiple instances of damage to Biomancer, I should go for it. Positive Energy is also good. Mysterious Ceremonies. At the start of the environment turn, reveal the top card of the environment deck. If it is a target, discard it, otherwise put it into play. At the end of the environment turn, one player may either draw 3 cards or play 1 card. If no cards are drawn or played this way, destroy this card. I love this card. It's such a good card. I could actually go ahead and play Positive Energy right now. Except I sort of want to save that for the Sentinel's turn, because then I could then use Idealist power on Biomancer. Draw 3 or play 1. I want to get Focusing Conduit Blade and Prototype Servo Gauntlet in play, and then Battlefield Experience. Because of all the +1s. But we don't really have too great of an effect there just yet. Guys would always love cards, generally speaking. I could use Dark Delusions. That was what I just did, actually. I used Dark Delusions, and then I did 3 damage to Biomancer. Biomancer's at 13. Yeah, we'll do that. And then this will do the same thing again, where I hit the hair, and then Greazer tries to hit Wraith, but that gets reduced. And then I can hit Biomancer. He's already down to 10! Cleansing Flames. 1 shot. Citizen Hammer deals each non-villain target 1 fire damage. Each villain target regains 1 HP. Well, could be worse. There's a card. I didn't actually block this turn. Oh well. I almost always just block with the Sentinels, but you don't have to if you don't expect them to be dealt damage. Unfortunately, they will be dealt damage several times. But that's okay. So there's some HP back. More cards! Alright, Bestial Shift, deal damage, use a power, Primal Charge, deal damage. Deal damage. I just want to do as much damage to Biomancer as possible, so Threatening Stomp still does 3 damage despite the damage reduction, and then the Deadly Crocodile. We're gonna get him incapped pretty fast. Maybe. We still have the issue that the next damage dealt by K.N.Y.F.E is prevented. Groovy moves. One shot. Greazer deals each hero target in the play area with the contract card 3 melee damage. Shuffle Greazer's trash into his deck. So Naturalist is getting a lot of pain. Already down to 9. Must be how villains feel about trying to take out Scholar, indeed. Alright, blatant reference in Guise the Barbarian. I can play both of those. Generally, you would prefer to sell out and then play both of those in some capacity, but if I do that, and then I use base power, the 1 melee damage increased by 2, reduced by 2 is 1, and then the blatant reference plus Guise Barbarian is 3, so Biomancer will be down to 1. I would just have to do 1 point of damage to Biomancer. Somehow, some way. Oh well, it's happening. We're doing it.
This is a tasty burger.
Ooh, can I play best card ever, please? Pretty please. All right, I'm ditching something. No, not let me see that. Or yes, let me see that. I don't really, I haven't really found much value in playing that because most equipment cards I would want to steal would only have a very small benefit to Guise, but an overall bad effect. Last stop, one shot. Reveal the top card of the environment deck. If that card has HP, Fright Train deals the hero target with the highest HP X projectile damage, where X equals the HP of that card divided by 2, rounded down, then discard that environment card. Apprentice Poisoner. Damage. Damage. Okay, Guise would be able to do this. So Guise will discard a card, deal damage to Biomancer. Biomancer's in caps. All right, excellent. So that's the good news. I think I'll put out the prototype server gauntlet. I think I want to play the bottom of Guises, maybe. Yeah, we'll do that. Guys, what's your card? Let me see that. If only Guise was dealing melee damage. I mean, I guess we could have him play best card ever on the environment turn. So yes, we could do that. Remember when I said I never really found a use for Let me see that? We just did. Alright, I have to ditch something to kill Biomancer. You hope Zhulong isn't revealed. Oh! Zhulong. Or the true form, which is Zhulong. 13 damage divided by 3 rounded down is 4. 4 damage? That's a lot of damage, indeed. Alright. Biomancer's down. I think I do want to block. Maybe. Yeah, I do think, because like Hammer and Anvil are going to be doing damage repeatedly. So yeah, we will block. So do I want to fling in the darkness? I could fling Hammer and Shield into darkness. Major Flay I'm not really too worried about. But if I destroy Hammer and Shield, then I can hit Citizen Anvil easily. More easily. I'll do that. Doesn't matter who deals this damage, though. We'll have Idealist deal this damage. Oh, it's half. Oh, I misread it. Divided by 2. Oh, yeah, divided by 2. Oh, right. Okay. Duh. 13 divided by 2 is 6. Partial Omnidrone's 30 HP. Oh, no. You're going to do 15 damage. +1 by Engine of Destruction. Yeah. Alright, selling, or do I want, yeah, I do want to do this. This is 3 damage. Why wouldn't you want to do 3 damage? Especially since I can now do it to Citizen Anvil easily. We get Master of the Temple. At the end of the environment turn, search the environment deck in trash for the true form. Put it into play, shuffle the environment trash into its deck. The true form deals each non-environment target 1 toxic damage and 1 radiant damage, then destroy this card. We also have the Shinobi Assassin, Dragon Student. When this card enters play, it deals the non-environment target with the lowest HP 3 melee damage. When this card would be destroyed, move it to the top of a hero deck instead. When this card would be drawn, discarded, revealed, or played, put it into play in the environment play area. My hair! You shot my hair! Guise is gonna play his best card ever. Revealing, and I can do that too. Where did I leave that? +1 by Prototype Servo Gauntlet. What? Yeah, Anvil. Woohoo! I will take a look at that Boogie after this stream has finished. I can do that too on Guise. This will do 1 melee damage. Is there someone else who would be better? Search my deck and trash for a form. That doesn't exist. Reveal the bottom card of a deck. Put it in play or discard it. Regain 3 HP. Reduce damage dealt to the Guise by 1. Deal 1 target 2 damage. Reveal the bottom card of a deck. No. Guise would be the best for that. I can do myself too. Do I want to play a card or draw a card? I could put out Total Beefcake, but this will always redirect to the hair. Is there an ongoing I want to copy? Caligula's form, maybe. Someday, maybe not necessarily immediately. I could. Best card ever is still in play, so I don't want to. Where did I leave that just yet? I will just draw a card. Super Ultra Kawaii. Yeah, so let's just get Anvil low, because if Bastion goes into play, yeah, if Bastion is ever in play, this will make it much harder. Well, I guess Citizen Anvil doesn't get the damage reduction. Is Bastion the only card that resurrects Anvil? I remember at least one of them does it. I forget if it's just that one. It is. Well, yeah, so we'll just go ahead and keep hitting Anvil, and then we can focus on fire. Or hammer. Yeah, go link the variants. Yeah, let me see that out of turn is definitely better. You don't like it. I don't want to steal Prototype Servo Gauntlet before K.N.Y.F e would use it, because then you would lose the increased melee damage dealt by K.N.Y.F by 1 effect on K.N.Y.F. So yeah, that like getting it on in play on K.N.Y.F.'s turn was actually fine. What are you doing? Posting a link in this chat? Banned. As I said, I'll take a look at it after the stream's over. There's a lot of text there. I will take a closer look at it later. Jeez. So Anvil will be dealt 2. Guise is going to. No, oh yeah, he did play the 1. I don't think there's an order that matters. Sentinels will not be dealt any damage. Naturalist is hurting. Ooh, I could redirect this to Greazer. Ooh. There might have been an order that did matter. I don't know. I don't think there was a contest for that. But certainly, go ahead. And there's the block. Wait, the block? The block just showed up? This interdimensional area where bad guys live? Man, true form, you're really helping us out. Cover fire. Position. When this card enters play, destroy all other position cards. Reduce fire dealt to citizen. Reduce damage dealt to Citizen Hammer by 1. The first time Citizen Anvil is dealt damage each turn, Citizen Hammer deals the source of that damage to fire damage. Alright, so it does suck that Hammer has damage. Ooh, true form. Yes. We can take out Anvil really fast. We do have a bit of a dilemma in that Naturalist is basically dead. So we shall put him... We shall have him go out in a blaze of glory, I guess. Like, there's the issue because Greazer is going to be dealing him 2 + 1, so 3. You'll be down to 4. If I put out the Formidable Rhinoceros, I could possibly survive, but... Do you want to sacrifice Naturalist? We have power, destroy an ongoing. Hero targets are immune to damage from environment targets. Ooh. Or I could use Feral Fury, take out Hammer, or take out Anvil, do a lot of damage to Hammer. Yes. Oh, right, because I still have that listed as optional, because that's been generally more useful. Alright, he's down to 6. And if Naturalist does go out, then Greazer's encapped anyway, so that's probably, like, I don't like doing that, per se, but... But we can manage. HYP Displacer, Hunter Tech. When this card enters play, put it in the play area of the hero with the highest HP. At the start of that hero's turn, this card deals each target in this play area 1 sonic damage and 1 energy damage. Damage. Alright, cards are destroyed. Where did I leave that? To get the best card ever. No. Play the best card ever. Okay, let me see that again. Now this is a little annoying that it's getting reduced. If we use Battlefield Experience, the first damage is prevented, the next damage gets reduced by 1, this card is destroyed, you can draw a card and play a card. You can Wrecking Uppercut and then take out Hammer. Okay, that would work. So I don't need to focus on you. I could focus on Greazer, but Naturalist is likely dead anyway, so I probably could just focus on Fright Train. Or I could take out Greazer, but then Greazer will play the top card of Fright Train's deck anyway. So I'll just hit Fright Train. I feel like I'm a villain because I'm sacrificing Naturalist to progress this game, but that seems like the right course of action. I could sell out, and on the environment turn, I could Where Did I Leave That to get the best card ever back. Then I could play best card ever. Then I might be able to have another one-shot I could play. No, I'll just put out Total Beefcake. Because whatever. I could hit Impeccable Pompadour. Greazer hits Guise. Guise redirects it to Shinobi Assassin. Shinobi Assassin is destroyed. Gets put on top of Guise's deck. Guise would draw Shinobi Assassin. Shinobi Assassin enters play. Takes out the Major Flay. That seems incredibly convoluted. Especially because Major Flay is... Whose deck is this? This is... Oh yeah, he will be out for a while, I guess. But it's only 2 damage. But it's fun. Or I could just take out Naturalist right now. For no reason. Alright. Unstoppable Momentum. One shot. Fright Train deals the hero character card with the highest HP 2 melee damage. That hero's player may discard 1 card. If they do not, Fright Train deals that hero character card 2 more melee damage. Let's hit Guise. He redirects it to the Impeccable Pompadour so that Greazer targets Fright Train. And I guess the second effect didn't happen because I wasn't dealt damage this way. That doesn't follow what this text says, but okay, that's fine. I already did the redirect there, so I'll just throw out a knife to keep Guys higher. I could put out the Focusing Conduit Blade and then use Battlefield Experience. Nope, I can't. Never mind. I have to play Battlefield Experience to use Battlefield Experience. Just kidding. Wait, what? What? Hold on. Hold on. That doesn't parse well either. This violates everything I was trying to do this turn. What was the card that played that did the thing with the stuff? I don't remember what it was. I think it was in this deck. Maybe. Or no, was it? It was here, wasn't it? It was. Scorching Snap. Prevent the next damage dealt by that target. But Battlefield Experience says 2 damage and 2 damage. It should only prevent the 2 melee and not the 2 energy. Hashtag bug report. I can still do this though. Nope, it's still stopping me from doing damage. What the heck? Prevent the next damage dealt by that side. It is, I'm not forgetting an effect, am I? Hold on. Scorching Snap, yeah, it's... What? This is not working! Damn it, John! Okay, if I Wrecking Uppercut, and then stops me from doing damage, and then I discard Greazer, and then I use a power... Now I can deal damage. But for some reason, when I'm trying to do damage within the same phase, it's not letting me do it. So, that is an issue. Because I could have taken out Hammer, and now I can't. So, I mean, I guess I could utilize Blackout for that. Like, have this hit Fright Train, and then Fright Train deals damage to each non-hero target, which takes out Hammer, maybe. Well, +1, -1, so not really. I think I have to do some amount of damage to Hammer, so I'm gonna have to do this. Probably more specific to battlefield experience. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, we all agree that that wasn't what was supposed to happen, right? I'm parsing these cards correctly, right? If Writhe deals damage this way... does order matter? I don't think so. Unless there's an incap effect that's weird, but I don't think there is. And I could just put this on the Sentinels. Doesn't really matter. Like, he's gonna go after Impeccable Pompadour, so it's not really gonna matter too much. We all agree we're parsing it in the same way. Alright. Team communication. Alright, we are revealing Apprentice Poisoner. Another Mysterious Ceremonies. So we're getting 2 card plays, and True Form is currently going after Guise. Which with Total Beefcake is going to redirect it to Impeccable Pompadour. But if I damage Fright Train below 13, then True Form goes after Fright Train. So I have to do at least 2 points of damage to Fright Train. If only I had a means of doing 2 points of damage to Fright Train. The question then becomes, what is the best way of doing so? Feral Fury would do this tremendously, but I don't want to do too much damage. I need him to be below 13 but above 12, so I need to do between 2 and 3 points of damage to him. Feral Fury, a little bit too much. Although Greazer could take 1 set of damages from this. I could also Bestial Shift. 3 damage, use a power, then 2 damage. So that would do 3 +1/+1 to Greazer, takes out Greazer. And then use a power. Power would be Deadly Crocodile, do 3 +1. Ooh, Fright Train has an 8 +1. I can't do that. That would put him at 11. So I have to do either 2 or 3. So Positive Energy is probably the best way to do that, because I don't want to do too much. This will do 3. And I could also use Team Communications, so that is the best. Draw 4. Team Communications, Sentinel Tactics. Horrifying Dichotomy, Second Chance. Team Communication. Get unique capabilities. Ooh, we're getting the super turn here. And then unique capabilities. Let's get the Duracell chains. Positive Energy. So let's go ahead and use Positive Energy. No, actually no. Positive Energy is not going to do it because Writhe is going to regain 1 and Fright Train will be told too much. No! Blackout would work. Mainstay will do too much, too much. Too much. Or I guess I could Telekinetic Wallop but not have Idealist deal that damage. Let's do Blackout. Writhe deals damage this way. It cannot be to Fright Train. He'll deal himself damage. And now you damage Fright Train. Or Writhe. But definitely Fright Train. And then another card play. So this one. Is there a way I can set this up to win? Can I do 6 points of damage to Fright Train? And also take out Greazer? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Although Greazer, well, the villain target with the lowest is technically the hair. So I guess I could just win on Naturalist's turn. Do 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 do. This would do 3 and 3, which would take out Fright Train, but Greazer would survive. This would do 3 to 2 different targets. Knife can't do damage. Guys can't do damage. Bestial Shift is not going to do enough. Feral Fury's not going to do enough. Primal Charge isn't going to do enough. Nope, there's no way to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and play the positive energy that I wanted to play. And I'll hit the hair first, so you're at -10. -10 hair! And I thought Naturalist was going to be sacrificed. Silly me. Alright, Feral Fury. And that's it. The viewer's choice game, the viewer's asterisk choice game was victory. And that was pretty fun. Got some good shenanigans. And we managed to defeat Greazer without taking out the Naturalist, contrary to popular belief. So that was fun. But it is 9, so I'm gonna be done for tonight, if that is okay. If it's not okay, then you can take it up with my lawyer. He studies criminal defense, I think. Maybe, I don't know. But I do appreciate everyone who shows up to these streams. Sanvar and Boogie, who have been participating a lot. Bolnarap, Lord Cyru, 2, Darren was here earlier. Cult of Gloom was here briefly. I appreciate your presence. I'm sorry that we don't get to play with each other as much as you do with Christopher and Adam. I just don't know the lore well enough. But we're friends. Okay, no, I cannot turn the frown upside down. We're friends. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed these 2 games. I hope you enjoy the stream weekly. I hope you enjoy all of the streams on this channel. If you enjoy Sentinels of the Multiverse, be sure to follow this channel if you haven't already. Be sure to follow the YouTube channel if you haven't already, or follow this company on Facebook and or Twitter. And be sure to give your support to the company. And speaking of giving support to the company, be sure to check out the One Deck Digital, or One Deck Dungeon Kickstarter, which I accidentally closed the window. But there were 17 hours left. I think that... Why is that not changed? Or did it change? Was it 19 hours earlier? I don't remember. I guess it was. Well, there are 17 hours left. We have raised $27,658 of our $20,000 goal. So if we reach 30,000, Fnatic will be added to the treasure box. Right? Treasure chest. Fnatic will be added to the treasure chest, and you'll be able to play with Fnatic in One Deck Dungeon, which will be great. If you've already backed it, excellent. If you haven't backed it yet, but you're not sure, you should get on it because there's only 17 hours left. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, you're going to have to pre-order it or post Kickstarter it. I'm not sure what the right lingo is, but do whatever. Give support to the company that has given you great games, such as Sentinels of the Multiverse, the video game. Check out... is there going to be another Kickstarter stream tomorrow? I don't remember if there is or not. I think there might be for the end of the Kickstarter, but don't quote me on that. I don't actually know for sure. But at the very least, Tales from the Archive is on Sunday, and be sure to check that out as Zach gives you storytelling, unlike me, who only focuses on game mechanics. And as always, check out Sentinels Live on Tuesdays to see Jeremy and John banter and bicker with each other as one person says to do something and the other does not listen. These were some fun moments this week, if I remember. Or maybe it was another... I don't know. There were some fun shenanigans nonetheless. Anyway, hitherto, wheretofore. English. But, yeah. Hope you enjoyed those matches. And I say that a lot because I don't know what to say. I just keep reiterating the same thing repeatedly. There. Good night.